actually have a fun question for you. About related to outfits and stuff. Like, because I know you have a pretty snazzy outfit, if I may say.
And yes,
if I may say, if you could have like a wardrobe of adjacent like outfits and stuff, or our silly hats, or anything of the like, what do you think would be top of the list? Like, you know, oh my god, you're all getting the reveal of the 2029 reveal.
At this rate, it's probably gonna take that long. Yeah. Oh no.
Are we getting like, I don't know, spats and a tailcoat?
What if I just get a second crown on top of my first crown?
Even better.
No,
even better.
I do realize now with like VTube Studio has been doing pretty well for itself recently. I do realize now it is easier than ever for 2D VTubers to get new outfits with like assets and things. You can just kind of, it's more accessible for 2D VTubers, but I think out of kind of all options, 2D VTubers kind of have it the toughest when it comes to getting new clothes. And like drawing for live 2D, I have tried it. I would rather not do that again. There is a reason we pay people to do these things for us. It's because they're difficult and they take time to learn.
There's a reason I used V-Roids.
Just like rough ballpark, how much was your model? Like the current one that you have now?
Ooh, oh, that's a fun one. So V-Roid's free. I made it myself. Any of the textures I either made or I got like genuine, actually free to use for real. I checked like 100 times. I used a HANA tool for the blend shapes so I can go and but that was €8. That is the only thing I have spent on this model. Everything else I made myself or threw together
so like
through V-Roid and Blender.
Single digit euros.
Single digit.
Meanwhile, like I genuinely do not know the prices that were paid for like my art and rigging because that was kind of whisked away by the company, but it's definitely at least like 4 figures. It's
2D mods are incredible because there's so much to consider with like the animation and you know the movement and very detailed.
I think 2D and 3D both kind of have those things. It's just, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a little bit easier to transfer animations from one 3D model to the other. With live 2D models, it's very like you can have templates. They're not always gonna do you super great. There is a reason that like I talk to like some people who do rigging and they're just like, I never want to rig another lean forward in my entire life.
No.
I'm like, oh buddy, who hurt you?
Whereas like I feel there's a little bit of freedom with 3D because I actually have a lean forward toggle. I'm not going to use it because it breaks sometimes and then I can't unlean, so it's just my face right up to the screen.
You're just going to be like headbutting the table.
But something you get with live 2D that you do not get with 3D as much now, unless it is a very good, like, you know, we're talking a good few grand spent on it and like really high effort and all this kind of stuff, is you get consistency. You know, your model can only go so. Yeah, I clip into myself sometimes. Now, don't get me wrong, great comedy.
But most people aren't going for that most of the time.
It's why, like, a lot of people. I remember seeing a couple of VTubers who were 3D who went to live 2D or, you know, 2D models, whatever they might be using, and people were like, oh, it's such a downgrade. And I'm looking at all of the work that goes into, like, yeah, it's different for a start, but all of the work that goes into like a 3D model, if you have like leap motion for your hands and all of that, all of the things that can change, all of the things an iPhone can decide to do someday when you wake up, this is just gonna be like, no, you don't actually get to work today. It can be so much less stress from everything I see, like behind the scenes, all the nitty gritty of it.
It's also just like differences in setup for 2D, 3D, and face cam stuff. Once you import a model into VTube Studio, you do kind of have to fine tune it. So it's like, when my mouth is this open, have the model's mouth be this open, please. But once you've done all of that, it's pretty, I mean, as long as my phone is working right, it's pretty plug and play.
That's
Meanwhile,
pretty good.
I know like 3D VTubers, some of them have to get into like, I have to strap something to every single one of my extremities so that my body will be tracked in the utmost detail.
It's me and my vibe trackers against the world, baby.
Oh dear.